Boots on the ground, putting it down. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. It's Mickey Dee. This is the Stock Scoop, where our baby knockouts knock out the stock market competition, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining me. It's a busy weekend for you. It's a busy weekend for me and my family. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a good time. I know I am. Next week is a big week for us, and I'll tell you about it here in a second. But as you know, the scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author, I'm a researcher. I put it in black and white so you have it for days, weeks, months, and years to come. At the beginning of the month, next month, October, we're going to have a big sale, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be able to get some baby knockouts, that some really good stuff in some of the books and stuff. We'll have that for you. But next week, when the Fed starts cutting rates, it's going to be a big week. It's something that a lot of people have been waiting for. It's definitely going to help our gold and silver baby knockouts. It's going to help our uranium baby knockouts. It's going to help our rare earth baby knockouts. It's going to help our Bitcoin baby knockouts. It's going to help our stocks, we believe, a lot right now. They've got a lot of fire under them. We've got a lot of momentum going right now with our stocks. But I'm going to show you some that I believe right now. You may be up a little bit on them right now, but they have a long way to go. A long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. And I will definitely take a look at these, and they may have that generational effect to them, because I think the rate cycle is going to last a little while. I think the president right now, for the next 2-3 years, he wants interest rates really low, and they're going to be low, and that's going to be good for our commodities. And some of these commodities are going to do very well, even though they've done really good right already. I want to show you some that I think can really do really well. A lot of these our baby knockouts, start at a quarter, 50 cents, 75 cents or so. And they grow up. A lot of them are graduating right now to $5, and some are going up to $10, and some are going up to $13, teenagers, and that kind of thing right now. So we've got a lot going on. But these ones I want to show you, I think they have that special it factor where they can carry you and your family a long way. Kind of that back in the day when I traded the .coms, like that AOL effect. I grabbed it at a quarter and it went up to $50 and split for me, came down, 2 for ones. I think it split like 3 times 1 year. So it was a really beautiful, and it got the job done, and it was lovely. So we'll see. Without further ado, let's take a look at some of the stocks that I think have that home run effect to them. Some of the stocks that have that it factor that I think they can do very well, and they can be generational wealth for you and your family. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. The first stock we're going to look at is uranium stock, UEC. Remember back in the day when this stock was a quarter, and I told you to plug your nose and buy these uranium stocks? This was one of them, along with the one we're going to see after this. But this CEO told us what he was going to do, and he was doing it. He was picking up these properties that he could use for our rainy day, and the properties now are paying dividends for him and his company and for us, because at a quarter we're up now to $11.90, almost $12, and we're going to be I've already anointed this stock as a teenager in the last video, ladies and gentlemen. We said that it was going to graduate and be a teenager someday, as it's doing very well right now. It's just trailing its 13-day moving average. You remember from the not the .coms, but from the Mag 7 these things can trail up for years. They can go up to 13 to 8 for years and years and years. And let's hope that this uranium bull market is at least a couple years. We really, really like Baby Knockout Energy Fuels. It's another stock that we've anointed as a teenager already, although it's not quite there. We believe that it'll get there after maybe a little pullback or so, with 1050 being support right now, maybe a little lower, but we think it will bounce back up, and it will definitely be one of those stocks that will have it going on this cycle. And we believe that it will be a teenager, it will be an adult at 21, and it's going to go on. We don't know if it can do what it did in the last cycle when it went to the $240, but if it does a little bit of that, we'll all be very, very happy campers. Sticking with uranium home runs, Denison Mines. This stock, my third uranium bull market of trading with Denison Mines. It's done me well the prior two times. In fact, in the 03, in the 04 to 07 uranium bull market that I traded, I dropped this baby off for a 13 spot. It was a teenager for me. Sure, it went up a higher than that, but I was happy getting out at a teenager when I caught it very, very low. So Denison seems to always find its way, and Denison is going to do well. It's done well in the past. Past performance is not indicative of future performance, but Denison seems to find its way, and it always seems to do fairly well in a great, uranium market that I believe we're in the maybe second inning, third inning of this uranium bull market right now. After this pullback right now, we're going up. We're going to go up over 100, probably 120, 140. I think this bull market is going to be one that's going to be historic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move over to our gold and silver baby knockouts. As long as gold stays above 34, 35, 36, it can go up to 4,000, it can go to 4,500. It can go wherever you want it to go. As long as it stays up there, our companies are going to do really, really well. You can say, there's monetary issues all over the world. There's geopolitical issues. Central banks are buying gold and silver. Whatever excuse you want to say, you're right. Like I've been saying for the past couple years, whatever you want to use, it's going up. You're right. This is the third year or so of this really, really heavy buying. They've been buying silently for the last 12, 15 years or so, but the heavy buying over the last 3 to 5 years or so has put a dent really in the gold price, and it's dented now. And we believe Avino Silver and Gold Mines, one of our favorite baby knockouts, at a quarter, 50 cents or so for it. It seemed like 50, 60 cents. It seemed like it was there for a long, long time, but it has broken out now. And we're looking at $4.44 with Avino Silver and Gold Mines. If they don't get taken out, ladies and gentlemen, they could do very, very well this cycle, and you and your family will definitely have a good time here. This is generational stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a home run in our opinion. Baby Knockout Discovery Silver, ladies and gentlemen, is doing very, very well. It did have a smackdown here a while back, and now it's up in 357, doing very, very well. If they get their permit in Mexico, and they have a big giant silver project in Mexico, along with the Porcupine, which they purchased here, they're going to do very, very well. This is definitely, in our opinion, going to be a home run for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. And this was another one. Stayed at 50 cents, stayed under $1. It seemed like forever, and now it's definitely going to make his move. Congratulations to all of you that piled into Discovery Silver, which there are a lot of people. Now, there's some questions about whether Discovery Silver is going to make the cut when there's a rebalancing next week or so, about 8, 7 next week, I think. There's going to be a rebalancing of some of the ETFs. Just stand by. I think Discovery's going to Discovery, and I think our baby knockouts will do very, very well, even with the rebalancing. The next baby knockout I wanted to show you is New Gold. And New Gold right now is doing very, very well. Congratulations to you that held on to New Gold, because for a long, long time, it languished in that dollar area for a while. It's breaking out now, doing very, very well. Hang tight onto all your gold and silver, your uranium, your rare earths that we're going to look at here in a second. Hang on to your baby knockouts, ladies and gentlemen, because we have some great, great prices, and these things are going much, much higher. As you can see, New Gold is still just riding that 13-day moving average. These stocks are going to ride that moving average. They may come down, test the 48-day, but they're going to bounce back up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a strong bull market with a lot of momentum. And like I'm saying, next week, when the interest rates start dropping, I believe we're going to get some really outperformance in a lot of these stocks. As we move over to the rare earths, MP Materials has gotten a lot of the headlines because they got a lot of money from the government, $400 million or so. And they've teamed up, I believe it was with Apple. So we'll see how this goes. I believe, just my own personal opinion, don't take this further than you and I. And like my sixth grade teacher says, you and I in the goalpost here. But I believe that Energy Fuels is, I won't say it's a better company, but I like Energy Fuels over MP Materials. Right now, you say, Mickey Dee, how can you say a company that is $63 is not as good as a $12 company? It's just that gut thing that I think Energy Fuels has that it factor, whereas MP Materials, I'm not quite sure that management team is as hungry as the Energy Fuels management team. The management team at Energy Fuels, and this is just my own personal opinion, I believe they're a little more aggressive than MP Materials. And mind you, I've got a small sampling. I've visited MP Materials, and just a small sampling of both, of talking with both of those companies. A small sample, but I sense hunger in Energy Fuels that I don't sense in MP Materials. Now that may change, but that's just my own personal opinion. I think that you have a young Turks at Energy Fuels that are hungry and they want to get the job done, whereas I'm just not feeling that at MP Materials. That's just my own personal opinion. Like I said, it's a small sample of just a few people at each company. So don't take it any further than that. But if you are keeping score and you're talking scoreboard, then you have to look at MP Materials at $63 and look at, Energy Fuels trying to become a teenager. So scoreboard is a little different. So we'll see. Now, Ramaco Resources, it was when we first did a video on it, they were gonna, the first mine in 70 years or so is opening in North America, here in the United States, and North America, and they were maybe $11 or something. Somebody fact check me on that. I think they were like $11.50 or so. And now if you're talking scoreboard, you're talking a stock that, a few months later is now 24.25. So like many of these rare earths, they have gone up. I won't be showing you our number ones in certain sectors because they're in the Baby Knockout newsletter, but they're doing well also, and they're getting ready to graduate. We expect them to graduate and go on and graduate to the next level and graduate to the next level after that. We're expecting big things from them. Really, we're expecting from our number ones, we're expecting grand slam home runs from them, ladies and gentlemen. These are generational wealth stocks. Our three number ones so far in the rare earth area that are in the Baby Knockout newsletter. The Baby Knockout newsletter, you can just go to any video and get that information at the end of the video. We still have faith in Bitcoin, and we still like Bitcoin. And when you look at Mara Holdings, in 2021, you remember we rode this thing up to like $60, $70 before some of you bailed out. You made a lot of money with Mara and with Riot, and we did very, very well with these stocks. We're not sure we can duplicate that. Past performance is not indicative of future performance, but we do believe that Bitcoin will go much higher, and it will bring some of the stocks with it. As we look at a shorter term chart, we are trading sideways right now, and Bitcoin has pulled back, and it looks like it wants to head back up into that 120 zone, and we'll see what it does after that. If it goes up, then our Bitcoin stocks are going to go up very, very high. But I don't know, like I said, past performance is not indicative of future performance. I don't know if we can duplicate those 60 and 70s with Mara, with Riot, that we had before. Many of you are doing very well because we caught these early $2 and $3 and $4 anyway in the Baby Knockout newsletter. So, I would tell anyone, don't expect what we've done in the past, but if it happens, it happens. Hang with it. Don't get shaken out. If Bitcoin is going way, way up, then your stocks most likely will be headed up also. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, pullbacks are the best time to buy stocks. Make sure you have a sprinkling of some of these generational stocks, some of these home run stocks. Some of these stocks that we think will do very, very well this cycle, especially starting next week when we have the lower interest rate cycle coming. So we'll see how that goes, but don't let them shake you out. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for today. It's a little old school because we're having technical difficulties, but you guys just hang with us. Hang with your trades. We want to thank Tucson, Arizona for rolling out the red carpet, the Hilton there. Thank everyone that participated in that particular celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, when you need energy, you need strength, you need guidance, look up, ladies and gentlemen, because that's where you're going to get it from. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend and starting the trading week.